Yo, what's up guys? It's Zero here. Today we're making yet another tier list. This one, though, on multiverses. So, I've played a lot of multiverses back in the beta, and I'm really happy to see it's back on its relaunch. But also, there's a lot of things I have to complain about. Well, this guy in particular. We'll get to him in a little bit. But, as we all know, in the multiverses community, there's been a lot of changes, both for the better and for the worse, in our beloved game. And one of them being there's no more attack decay. And I really hope that they re implement attack decay because people can just bash their skull into their controller or keyboard as hard as they can until there's bleeding all over the place and win with how much they can just mash abilities and mash air dodge and blah blah blah. So, this tier list will be around the fact that there is still no attack decay, and I will make another tier list whenever attack decay comes in. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get right on into the video. Now, I'm not going to rank Agent Smith because he doesn't exist yet, technically, because you have to go through a whole bunch of stuff to get him, and I've never seen one, and I personally don't own him, so I have no idea. So we'll be starting with Jason and work our way down to Wonder Woman. Alrighty, so first things first, Jason Voorhees. Pretty easy S tier. Now, why, you might ask? Oh, and I will, quickly, I will be ranking these in order. So, like rank 1, rank 2, rank 3, etc. Anyways, Jason Voorhees is in S tier because he is an extreme heavyweight. He is really hard to kill, and he kills everyone else extremely early. Like, he probably has the easiest ring out game out of anyone here, and has to do it in less hits. Because all of his hits are giant, meaty swings, and I compared him to Ganondorf from Smash Bros. In the equivalency on like how he's devastating but has a kind of mid recovery. But a lot of the times it doesn't even matter about the recovery because you can just shadow sneak back to the center stage and oop, there you go, all better. Anyways, next up we have Banana Guard, who is undisputed number one. They, quote, nerfed him by removing 2 damage off of 2 of his abilities, his side special and one other ability. I don't remember right off the top of my head. But it doesn't matter because he's still overpoweringly broken. Because he can still spam those abilities, whether they do less damage or not. Point being, though, he's just overpowered. Like, there's nothing else really to say. Like, if you've gone against him or used him yourself, you'll know what I'm talking about. Like, he is very much undisputed rank 1. And he also has Shaki's Ultra Instinct function, too, to just further buff him up. Because why not? Now we're on to the other newcomer, Joker. Joker is interesting. I put him in A because, yes, he's pretty oppressive, but at the same time, he's pretty avoidable. And also, I should mention, these are without perks, like without perks in mind, so no special traits. This is just raw power with the base stats. I did mention he was oppressive, but he's still pretty easy to dodge, and without his like that his Joker card that can make him sometimes throw an explosive card. That would make him, I'd say, S tier, but we're going based off of base kit. So that is where I would place Joker so far. Maybe the meta will swap or any of that, but I don't know. I think he's strong, but he's not blatantly overpowered. Now I've got Marvin the Martian. And this guy is Mash Haven. Since there's no attack decay, honestly, I should put him in S tier. But he can still be dealt with. Like me, a measly little Shaggy main, was playing Finn, and I'm not very good at Finn, but I was still able to beat a Marvin that was spamming the shit out of his entire ability kit. Like, not a single move was not used with him. He used everything. I still beat him. So, I mean, he's extremely oppressive. In fact, I actually put him above Joker. But he's like tolerable. Next on to Gizmo, who I would honestly put, yeah, there. Gizmo is blatantly overpowered. He has the stupid car. He has the popcorn. He has the arrow that he can spam endlessly. Uh, and that's all he really needs. He doesn't really need his music thing or anything else. Just those alone make him, and his down air and forward air, gigantic hitboxes, and his down air is a multi-hit to make sure he can confirm spike you, and his forward air is just a gigantic hitbox that's like the size of Earth. He's so broken. I cannot stand this character, man. And next we've got Black Adam, who I would say would be better than Jason, actually. Black Adam right now is currently dominating like everything. He's so damn annoying. Like he is blatantly overpowered right now. He's not to the level of Gizmo or Banana Guard because he still has to combo, and I mean he can just like air up like up smash chain or whatever, and just all of his oppressive projectiles and his projectile shield, all of that stuff. But I mean, Gizmo and Banana Guard have just raw power. They're extremely easy for an extremely high reward, whereas Black Adam is like medium easy for an extremely high reward. So I'd say he's just better than Jason, but I don't think he's better than these two. And now we've got Stripe, who, without attack decay, is extremely strong right now. Who would have guessed? There's going to probably be a lot of people at SNA tier. Because no attack decay. He's got endless chainsaws now, his skateboard is extremely oppressive, and he has a no-miss move until he finally uses it. He can keep that. It doesn't wear off. The little gun thing he does, it doesn't wear off ever until he finally shoots you with it, and he can just use it when you're near the blast zone, and then boom, easy kills. Like, this guy is ridiculous right now. And I don't I don't know what else more to say about that. And here we've got Rick. And honestly, I don't really know where I'd put Rick. He's pretty strong, but he's not. Honestly, I think Rick's kind of B tier. Our first B tier. Let's go. Um, and the reason why is because, yeah, he's oppressive, but his he really like excels at evading. He doesn't really excel at comboing. I could be entirely wrong, but from the amount of Ricks that I've seen, they're pretty beatable still. I have gone against one that was insane, but it was mostly just like his dodging skills with his portal. And that could bump him up to A, but I mean, his real combo game, aside from his forward tilt combo, isn't really all that good. But I don't know. Someone can prove me wrong in the comments, and maybe I'll change my opinion. Next, we got Morty. Morty, insanely strong. I don't know if he'd really be S tier, but I I don't know. Yeah, there, that feels better. So Morty right now is just insane. I know along with like other people are insane, but Morty has so much to his kit and has so many things going for him that just make him so strong. I don't know how to use him effectively, but I can still get wins with him with just basic forward tilt combo and then edge guarding with the earth and fire. So, and his rewind is insanely good too. So there's a lot of untapped potential with my Morty, but I've seen like other Mortys play and they're cracked, dude. Like Oh, they're flying all over the map. They're just mashing everything. They're just perfectly timing everything. Morty has an insanely good recovery too, with his side special and even his down special, because he can just rewind back onto the center stage. He's really good. Next up, we've got LeBron James. Now, LeBron, I know LeBron recently just got a nerf to where his basketballs aren't multi-hit anymore. So actually, I'd put him up here in A tier. He still has an incredibly oppressive projectile game, and even though he can't multi-hit with his balls anymore, he's just back to where he was in beta. And so he's just more reliant on his oppressive projectiles now and his pretty decent combo game. And he's still a decent support class too, if you throw the don't look pass at his teammate. So there's some good things. Now we're on to Iron Giant. And Iron Giant Iron Giant right now is kill switched. But let's say he wasn't right now. He sits comfortably up here, actually, right behind Banana Guard, because he has 4 infinites. And though I know he's actually getting nerfed to prevent those infinites, so I guess he could be there, he still is a massive heavyweight, the heaviest in the game. And like he'll live to like 300 while just mercilessly slapping you around. There's not much you can do against him. And if there's 2 of them in duos, you might as well just alt F4. There's nothing you can do about that. That's just awful waiting to happen. Next up, we have Taz, who I'm honestly going to put in B tier. I know in the beta, Taz was like extremely oppressive with just his tornado alone, but nowadays, like, he's got better moves now, and he's a lot more interesting to play, but I don't really think he's all that powerful. I mean, yes, with perks, he's powerful, but this is a no perk thing. So I don't really think he can be dealt with. He's especially outclassed with all of these guys running around, hence why he's down here. Because while he's in his tornado, he could be hit out by all of those characters. Whereas other characters can't really do much against him. So that's why I'll put Taz in B tier. And poor Velma. Velma was my main for the longest time in the beta. She was so fun in so many ways. I don't even know if she was good. It's just I love Scooby Doo, so that's why I play Velma and Shaggy so much. But my God, they just dismembered her and laughed and said, "Get over it." So she's until she receives some very much needed buffs to at the very least, make her megaphone directional again instead of this linear bullshit we have. She's she's extremely bad. And that is the mega unfortunate truth. I need to check something, make sure I'm still recording. And that is the unfortunate truth right now. So much love. Velma mains, rise up. Get some love for our girl, please. She needs it. Alright. Next up, we'll on to Arya. And Arya, I would say pretty solid S tier character. And in fact, while I'm thinking about it, let's put Bugs up here. So, Arya, right. So I put Arya up here because she's extremely oppressive as well. She got some much needed buffs from the beta. And I mean, she was already like stupid strong in the beta. but she's even stronger now, especially because you can combo off of her face steal now. She originally couldn't do that before. And that's like, it's opened up so many new combo routes. She's still super hard, in my opinion, to pilot, but she's still like super strong regardless. And then I put bugs up here because currently without attack decay, you can just nair loop chain across the entire stage and smash people all over the place with your safe. He actually had a bug before where his safe could hit multiple times and like rocket somebody to like 100+% in the blink of an eye. That's been removed, thankfully, but he's still super oppressive even without it. Like, there's no denying he's a top 5 character. Next up, we've got Batman. Batman. I put Batman in B tier. I'd say he's like top of B, low A. But I'll put him here. Like, all that Batman really has going for him is weaken. And though that is strong, and his, you know what? No, not that high. No. Yeah, okay. Where I originally was gonna put him. He has lots of ways to stack weaken. His up special is gigantic. It's really easy to hit people and ladder them off the top and just combo them with his down air, and his dive kick is like you can control the speed of his dive kick and it spikes. He's actually pretty impressive. I don't know why I was about to put him in B. Next up, we've got Finn, another, my opinion, A tier character because he has lots of combo potential with his neutral air, his nair, and his up special. The ladder combos you could do with Finn are insane. They're not as good as Batman, but he's up there. Plus his backpack. Yes, he has a perk to make the gold heavier and make his backpack even stronger. But again, I'll remind everyone this is without perks. But his normal backpack of the Armored Buns, Boots of Speed, and Bimo Chop are pretty insane. And Bimo has, I believe, 3 uses now instead of a one-time use. So he's become much more oppressive since the beta. Alrighty, Garnet. Tossing her up in B tier because Garnet, though, is oppressive. I'll put her above Taz. She's oppressive with her gauntlets, but also has received a lot of changes. She still has a decent combo game, and her projectile is still pretty good. But everyone else's up there is just better. Like, she gets beat out by a lot of these characters. And honestly good because I used to hate her in the beta. Like I hated going against her. But now when I see her I don't really have a feeling. And she can tether herself back to center stage, so she has a decent recovery. But aside from that, she's not really got much going for her. Come to think of it, am I gonna oh wait, no, I know who I'm putting in C tier. Next up we've got Harley Quinn. And Harley right now, with how she is, I would honestly put her below LeBron. And the reason why is because Harley, now with the implementation of some ground attacks, I don't know if she had a slide before in the beta, because I know some characters had a down attack, like Finn, in the beta, and like a couple others. But if Harley had a slide in the beta, I don't remember it. But nowadays, her current cross map slide that she has low profiles everything, and she gets to be so evasive with it. Not to mention, everyone now getting a dash attack. Her dash attack is a multi hit, and it's super easy to rack up uh, her ignite debuff because of it. Like, you just literally have to hit the Batman bomb, and then dash attack, and then boom, they're ignited. So, yeah, she's really oppressive right now, and I've been actually abusing her, and I've made so many people rage quit because of it. And it's kind of a guilty pleasure, but it feels bad. I feel dirty, but at the same time, people do it to me, so I'm allowed to do it back. Next up, we have Jake. He's going to be our first C tier. And Jake, right now, is in a state of he was broken in the beta, and now he's not. Like, it's yet again. In the beta, he had so much more going for him. Like, James Baxter, his horse form, was a lot stronger than what it was, or than what it is now, really. His judo chop has been significantly nerfed, and his axe has been significantly nerfed. The only thing that's really stayed with him is his skateboard, and um, that's still really oppressive to deal with, but it also can be dealt with. Like, you can SDI out of it now. It's not just a skateboard bam, 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 bam. Oh, look, you died. Those moments can occur off stage, but on stage, where you would just get constantly stage spiked, you can SDI out of it now. So it's not too terrible. Also, his down special where it becomes like a boat or a house, easily avoidable, and his up special, the stretch, has also been significantly nerfed since the beta. So all in all, was oppressive, isn't really much anymore, and frankly, I think that's the best version of Jake. All right, next up we have Rain Dog. And Rain Dog, I would put B tier. Yeah, that feels like a comfortable pick. So, Rain Dog, I personally don't know much about Rain Dog. I know he's pretty impressive. Put him above Taz, maybe above Garnet. I have a friend that plays Rain Dog, and he's pretty good with him. But I personally don't have any experience with Rain Dog. Um, but I know he's like a full-on support, but still has devastating attacks, like his now new dash attack, and all the attacks where he roars like a lion and just has giant hitboxes flying everywhere. Um, he can be pretty annoying, but again, is outclassed by just everyone else up here. Like this is, and without attack decay, like there is no hope. But yeah, put Rendog B tier. Seems like it fits him the most. All right, Shaggy C tier. Now everyone, he's a super controversial character, but hear me out. I main Shaggy. I main Velma and Shaggy and Tom and Jerry, but we'll get to them in just a minute. Shaggy, yes, has an oppressive side special, but it's really easy to dodge. And a lot of baby Shaggy players spam the shit out of that and become predictable. It's not too difficult to parry. It's really easy to dodge. And yeah, like he doesn't have much going for him. He has one projectile, which is like it's okay. It's mediocre, but he has one projectile. All of these all of the other guys up here have multiple or don't really need it to be better. He's devastating up close, as is a lot of melee fighters, but every other melee fighter is just better up close. And again, we'll get to these guys down here, Steven, Superman, Tom and Jerry, and Wonder Woman in a second, and they're going to go above him because he's just not that good. I think a lot of people just cry and complain about him, but he's really not that good. I don't know what else to tell you. Sorry. Now up to Steven Universe. And Steven, I'd put, I think, below Joker, above Batman. He's really oppressive right now, with all of his shields that he can do and all that. I mean, like, he's almost identical to the beta, if not if not identical, to the beta of Steven. And beta Steven was also insanely strong. Like, all you really have to know to use him is how his shields work. And I know he got like a slight nerf this past update where like his sweet spot hitbox comes out a little later than it used to. Aside from that, it's really not that like he's still not bad. Like he's an insanely solid character. And Watermelon Steven is also just really funny to use. Most of the time he just kind of stands around and then just gets killed. But Steven doesn't really need him to be good. He just is good. And now we've got Super Manoda. And Super Manoda goes right there, along with Wonder Womanoda. So, the DC twins. That's what I call them anyway, because I usually see them matched together. Superman, extremely oppressive. Still has a shit ton of super armor. Very, very aggravating command grabs that are uncounterable. And just oppressive as all hell. Multi-hits that do 30 damage on one interaction. Like, what do you even do against him? Aside, like, he's up here because of his command grabs and his high damage. If he didn't have those or they were easily counterable, I'd put him a bit lower. Because he has those are, yeah, that's what we're dealing with here. And Wonder Woman, fifth best character in the game, in my opinion, right now, because she has armor, like, honestly, more armor than Superman. She has projectile armor, normal hit armor, she can give teammates armor. Her whip is oppressive. I know it got changed just recently to actually have an 8-second cooldown now, which is good, thank God. But she's still oppressive as hell with even with it on a cooldown now. It's just, and she also protects herself when she's recovering. She protects herself with her side special. She just has so much protection. It's it's unfair. It's really unfair. The amount of things that she has going for her. And last but not least, my third main, my boys, Tom and Jerry. I will be putting them bottom of A tier because, well, no. I'll be putting them below Marvin. So I think they're pretty solid. They are really hard to pilot at first, but again, without attack decay, you can just kind of mash everything you want to. You can mash the paddle ball. You can mash their forward tilt attack combo. You can they're pretty oppressive. They're still, I believe, hard to use because you have to play with Jerry in a way that he doesn't fucking die. Because it's really easy to just mess up and kill Jerry, and he's a fragile little thing. So like 2 hits from some fighters can just kill him and knock him out. And so yeah, they've got some things going for them. They're the best character that I main, and which is funny. But yeah, I think they're pretty solid. And yeah, that is my tier list for the current Multiversus meta. Now, I really hope that this is subject to change and that we get Attack Decay back. And if we do eventually get Attack Decay back, hopefully, I will reorder this because immediately a lot of things will be changing up. A lot of these characters won't actually be that good because Attack Decay will ruin them. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe. Leave a comment down below what you think of this tier list. Let me know if I'm an absolute dog shit of a brain. Shaggy is rank 1 undisputed, and Velma is actually A tier. Harley is actually C tier, and Bugs is the worst character in the game. Let me know. I'm interested to see y'all's opinion. But thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one, and have a wonderful day. Peace out. Mwah.